What's up, Ave residents? I'm Quentin. We got Richard on the camera. We're about to take you inside of one of the residents' units and check it out.
CMPD.
Hey, Quentin.
Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Welcome.
Good,
Come on
good.
in.
What's up? What's up? Nice.
Come and see what an architect's done with the place.
Nice. I'm liking it. How long have you been living here?
I've been living in Avenue since I came to Charlotte a little over a year and a half ago. So bought the place when I moved down here and finally got a chance to do a few things to it and more or less have it wrapped up.
No, it looks good. It looks good. I haven't been in a lot of the units here, but I can say this one looks really put together. So, you want to take us through? Go us through.
Yeah. Alright, so we're here in the entryway. Obviously you can see I've painted the ceiling and some of the walls darker gray, top out the columns a little bit. I've also taken the lighting outlets and installed track lighting in the ceiling. One of the issues here in Avenue is there's not a lot of light in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So that was a way to take the existing lighting outlets that were in the concrete and be able to spread light around through the place. Also changed the entry area light, so we've got a little more light in the picture that they gave us.
That looks nice. Where'd you get this from?
This I actually got through a vendor that I know. As an architect, we have contacts with the commercial lighting companies. So it's a Lithonia fixture. So it's not one you're going to go to Lowe's and see on a shelf or in a lighting store. But if you find the right catalog or know the right people, I can set you up.
It looks like it's like, I was going to say Back to the Future, more like Star Wars kind of looking.
Yeah, it's a very clean light fixture. It's a very small bulb, fluorescent inside. Want something that would vertical to accentuate the wall and to pop against sort of the bright white wall as you came in to try to give a little more light in this space.
Right on.
And the simplicity against all the color and the texture that's in the concrete.
Right on.
And again, over on this side, this is again part of that whole carpet tile system. It was part of that floor system. It's sort of like a cow print rug, so it's like a family joke behind that. But the black and white worked, and was able to set that up as sort of a welcome mat. And then also as an architect, no little tricks. I've got a floor stop.
I was going to ask what's going on with this.
That's just a floor mounted stop so the door doesn't open too far and the handle won't hit the concrete wall. So we're sitting there. Then I've also got what they call a hold open. So you're able to, set the door, push that down, the door stays open. So you're moving something in and out like that.
Yeah.
Everything stays open. Just hit
It's better than using a box or a watermelon.
Exactly. Hit the release and it shuts. So again, as an architect, we know about those kind of things, a lot of tricks. So those are some of the subtleties that we're able to add in my own place instead of specifying for somebody else.
So this is really nice. What's going on?
Thank you. On this wall here, these are all drawings, hand-drawn ink on Mylar, which is like a plastic paper. These are all projects of mine from graduate school. The big reason is I've got this huge blank wall. It's 10 feet high and like 18 feet long. So how do you give something a sense of scale on that? And I had these drawings, but that's something that's big enough.
Yeah.
So I took them out, put them on foam core, and got some they call Swiss clips, and some glass on the front. And then I just hooked them on the wall. So again, very minimal in terms of any type of the framing, which is sort of the stark white backgrounds and the deep gray with the black ink to really sort of pop it out and give it some decent scale.
Dude, it looks really good. I would have never thought anything like this.
That's what we do. So
I mean, my wife would have been like, throw this picture up, throw a picture of a flower up. I mean, this looks really cool, especially with the gray, how it ties in.
Thank you. And one of my little secrets, I will confess, I took pieces of cardboard and foam core and sort of arranged them different ways on the wall, just using tape at first.
Really?
So I get a feel of it. So once I actually mounted stuff, I knew exactly where I wanted it and got at the level and figured out how it was going to go. So you can come up with good ideas, but sometimes you just got to practice them out a few times. And once you realize, yeah, that's the one that works, you hang it up for a few days, and if you're still happy with it 3 days later, then you're pretty safe to go ahead with it.
Nice. So this was before Ave tools were available for you to check out.
Yeah,
So
I've got little levels,
check
I got
out
my screwdrivers, little things I've picked up here and there in the business and knowing how to do stuff. But
nice.
yeah, played with that. And then turn over to this side while you're right behind you. Most people know you might come in, you've got the sort of desk set up there, and I don't need a desk right by my entry door. I thought there was not a place for it. But I'm from Michigan, so we're used to having coat closets.
Yeah.
And also I'm a motorcycle rider, so I've got motorcycle jackets, even when the weather's nice. So I took out this whole cabinet, put up this curtain.
Nice.
So now I've got this whole entry cabinet, or quote unquote, right when you come in.
Nice.
It's an IKEA-based shelving system, so posts that go all the way from the floor to the ceiling. And then custom made the shelves and the brackets just so they'd fit in this space. so I didn't waste any space, so I could use it all.
See, that looks
So now I've
really
got all my
cool.
different riding jackets, the stuff taken in my bag, the helmets, the luggage, car care, a couple of tools and things like that.
How long you been riding, if you don't mind me asking?
It'll be my 6th year this year now.
6
So
years?
yeah, I got the bike downstairs. It's been a blast being in North Carolina. It's to go out in the mountains and just tear it up. I think I put 18,000 miles on my bike last year. So that was.
Well,
by
as long
far
as you're not
fun
out
year.
there bruising yourself in the streets, you're alright.
That's why you gotta have a closet front here. Gotta have the gear, you know, where what you're gonna crash in. And heading towards this living room here again, took this wall and sort of accented it as white, give me something bright in the center of the room, in contrast to the dark walls to pop
Now,
out.
was it always like this half?
Yeah, this was that's the standard half wall. I haven't done any drywall work in here.
Okay.
And so that was one benefit of working on the closet as well, was that I didn't have to put in a door and trim it out and do all the drywall and the sanding and the hammering and things like that. So with just the curtain system, it's a hospital curtain track, is where it's typically used. I took a sheet, put grommets on it, and there you go. You didn't have to do any sewing.
Nice.
That's like my limit, so I didn't have to sew. I was.
Well, that's good. We keep that. That's a man rule.
Exactly. I just
Dude should not know how to
I
sew.
walk into the store and it's like I don't know where to go with this. I can do grommets.
Yeah.
I can pound in grommets.
That's
That
good. We
order.
gotta keep it manly. There we go.
And then again, a couple of my own photos, just printed them out, matted them up on simple black frames, white mats. Keep the wall real clean.
Are these places that you've been, or?
It's a place that I've been. We got the Jordan River in Israel,
Yeah.
and these pictures here are in Ephesus in Turkey.
Never
A couple
heard.
years ago, I was out there.
Ephesus.
Ephesus. The book of Ephesians in the Bible was written to Ephesus.
Ah, they don't teach you that in Bible
There
school.
there you go.
We don't learn that in church, but
And so this whole white wall sort of sits in the center and acts as a sort of an object to break up the space, which is how it works in the plan. So I accented that with the white.
I like it how you have an idea for. There's like a reason behind everything you did.
Yep, and it's just, you got to think of that. How do you want to move the space? How do you want to shape it? It's something fun that architecture can do in design is that it's about the 3 dimensions. And you can stand in one corner and you connect it to something far away. And you can walk through that whole sequence it can give you. It's not just an object that sits in the stack.
Yeah, see me, I'm like plain. Again, I don't do any of the designing at work. At home, actually, my house is definitely fit for women, so I don't do anything to mess with it. I don't
If
fight.
you do some of the painting, then maybe you can get some of the colors and look that you want.
Nah, I can't paint. I don't call you to paint my place.
All right, and then here again, the white wall. A friend of mine, these are pictures from Detroit. So as a sort of a going away gift to a couple guys I know. One of them is a photographer.
Right on.
And so these are different shots in Detroit relating to sports themes. The banner from the Super Bowls. We got the Red Wings Stanley Cup parade that ended in downtown Detroit. And then you got a shot from American Park where the Tigers play. So there's references to these Detroit spaces and the sports teams without being too overtly a sports photo. So.
Yeah, try to bring home into it, right? You from Detroit or?
I grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Spent 12 years in Detroit.
Nice.
Finally got me
Now,
down there.
what's going on with this right here?
I changed out all the light switches. So I put toggle switches, which are straight on and off switches. And then for the overhead lights, these are all on remote control dimmers.
Nice. Set the tone for the ladies.
Exactly. So, you know,
Nice looking
you're
out.
comfortable on the sofa. You don't need to get up.
Yeah, I like
you don't need to
it.
get
I
up.
like it.
I'll take care of that from here.
I like your style,
Right now.
Bob. I like your style.
Thank you. That'll
From
work.
now, say just sim it down.
Yeah, and then the kitchen here, obviously painted the black on the back wall. The black tile, like all the other residence units, that came with the place. But painted the wall black, sort of recessed that, made the cabinets pop out.
It does make it go, bam.
Yeah, and then had Novair come and they spent some time evening out the colors on that. Also painted the little vent that comes out of the top of the cabinet, painted that with some silver paint so it sort of ties into all the other brushed stainless steel appliances.
Nice.
Changed out the faucet. Again, as an architect, I want something that was a little more fancy, that tied in with the poles and the clean lines. And then,
Where'd you get this? Just
I guess we got that online actually. I found it to Danzig. You can get them at different